everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ella, and in today's video I'm going to do a book tag, which I was not tagged to do. But you know what? It looks like so much fun, so I decided on doing it anyway. Today I'm going to do the Bachelor Book Tag. This tag was created by Monica over at She Might Be Monica, and I'll leave a link down below to her video, as well as all of the questions for this tag if you might be interested in doing it as well. So without further ado, let's start with the first question. So the first question is first impression, a book that you bought solely because of its cover. And that book is The Here and Now by Anne Brashares. I mean, look at that cover. It is absolutely stunning. And you know what? I actually did enjoy this book on the third try. But you know, at least I enjoyed it the third time around. Question number 2. 2-on-1 date. Choose a book that you really like and a book that you really disliked out of a series. With me, I usually hate or love a series. So I either love all of the books or I hate all of the books. So I decided that I'll answer this question with one of the few book series that I just feel meh about, and that is the Castor Chronicles. I really enjoy the Southern Gothic witchy theme that the Castor Chronicles has, as well as the characters, but I don't really like the plot or the world building. I think they could have done a much better job in those two areas of the series. So that being said, my favorite book out of that 4-book series is Beautiful Darkness. And of course, it's by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stowe. In this book in particular, I think that a lot of things happened plot-wise, as well as a lot of things happened with both of our main characters. And the book that I disliked the most out of this series, like, let's see if you can guess. If you're somebody who read the series, you probably know which book that is. And that is Beautiful Redemption, which is the last book, aka the, well, I don't want to say the worst conclusion to a series, because I think Allegiant took that award, but it's definitely one of the most disappointing endings. Things kind of wrapped up too quickly. It was too much of like, oh look, what a coincidence sort of ending to a series, and it was just so disconnected from the entire series that it just felt like such a weird and disappointing conclusion to a series. Basically. The third question is The Wrong Reasons, a book that started out really strong and then turned into a hot mess. And for that, I'm choosing Allegiant by Veronica Ross. I think that Divergent and Insurgent were really strong books, and they were definitely different than a lot of the dystopians that were coming out at the same time. But Allegiant, it just took the entire story into such a cliche direction. Basically, it was Divergent, Insurgent, and then Allegiant, basically a train wreck. It was horrible. Horrible. Question number 4 is Bachelor in Paradise, your favorite light and fluffy sort of read. I'm not somebody who reads a lot of light and fluffy reads. I'm not somebody who reads a lot of contemporaries either, so I'm not going to answer this question with like a romance book or, you know, that very nice light and fluffy and makes you happy sort of read, but rather a very ridiculous read, one that made me laugh quite a lot, and that is The Girl Who Saved the King of Sweden by Jonah Jameson. I love this book. It was one of my favorites of 2014. It is so ridiculous, and the main character is so witty, and if you're just looking for a kind of awesome pick-me-up kind of book that will just make you appreciate everything about it, check out this book. Question number 5 is the most dramatic season ever. So a book that had a roller coaster plot that had you jaw-dropping. And for that, I'm picking The Hero of Ages by Brandon Sanderson. Is anybody shocked by this? I mean, the last third of the book is just total epicness. Nothing needs to be said more than that. So question number 6 is The Fantasy Suit, and that is a book that had the best romantic build-up and release. And for that, I'm actually picking a series. As I said, I don't read a lot of romance books, so I don't really have a specific book that can answer this question, but rather I want to talk about a series and it's kind of continuing on series, and that is the Percy Jackson and the Olympians series, as well as the Heroes of Olympus, and of course I'm going to choose Percy Jackson and Annabeth Chase. Here's the deal. We all know the whole insta-lovey, hate, then love sort of romance stories, and I really liked this one. I mean, this is like the perfect example, and also it's middle grade, so it's a perfect example for, you know, all the young kids that read this sort of book about an awesome friendship that, you know, turned into a nice, good relationship. It's healthy, it's nice. I mean, this is such a good example. Like, this is the kind of relationship that I would want 12-year-olds to want. Not like Bella and Edward sort of stuff. Not Four and Tris kind of stuff. Not even Katniss and, well, whoever you like out of that love triangle. But Annabeth and Percy. You know, they were good friends, and then they got closer, and then it became a nice relationship, which is just what you should expect from life. And no sparkling vampires to come and save you from evil vampires and watch you while you sleep, which is super stalkery. And question number 7 is The Final Rose, which is the best book that you read this past month. And for that, I'm choosing a book that I absolutely fell in love with. I love it so much that I cannot bring myself to finish the book. I have like 20 pages left, and I just can't read them. I don't want this book to end, and that is The Magic Strings of Frankie Presto by Mitch Albom. If you're anybody who loves music, anybody who loves art, anybody who loves magical realism, anybody who loves friendships, read this book. It's amazing. Okay, so that's all for the tag, but before we finish off this video, I quickly want to mention a TV show, which I think a lot of people do know, have watched, and have loved, but if you haven't heard about this, you definitely need to get on the bandwagon. So, if you don't know, there's a TV show that was created and already one season aired, which is called Unreal. Now, Unreal was created by an ex-producer of The Bachelor, and basically Unreal is told about a producer that's working on a new season of a show that's very much like The Bachelor, and basically the entire season of this TV show shows us how fake everything is on The Bachelor and what really goes on behind the scenes and how twisted this entire thing is. I absolutely loved that first season. I binge watched it in 2 days, and I think that a lot of people have heard and have watched it. But if you haven't and you're interested, or if you've seen The Bachelor and you really want to know what actually goes on, I'll leave a link down below to the trailer for the first season, and I highly recommend you check it out. And if you have seen this TV show, let me know down in the comments, and let's talk about it, because I need to find more people who watch this TV show so I could talk to them about how amazing it is. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. As for tagging someone, I'm basically tagging all of you. If you want to do the tag, do it. It's a lot of fun. And I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.